Hi everybody, welcome back to MD Fly Fishing. You don't need expensive rods and reels and lines to catch trout. If you've got the right fly, in this case I had suspended buzzers and blobs, you can. I bought a 9.5 foot 5 weight for 10 quid. Seen it on the internet through wish.com and I thought, go on, for a tenner I'll have one of these. I intended to give it a quick half an hour workout at the water and I ended up staying on it all day and catching fish in abundance. I was using sunburst blobs on a 9 foot leader down to about £6 tippet, and I was using foam head buzzers, a bit like a top hat thing, because the fish were on the surface at one time, and I was catching fish all round. A lot of fish on this day were just like knocking the flies or just budging them if they were on the surface. There weren't any vicious takes of any description. But you don't need expensive rods and reels and lines. As I say, the rod cost me 10 quid. The reel that I was using was a little cheap one, which again cost me about 11 quid. The fly line itself was a mill end. I think I paid about £6 or £7 for that. I used some fluorocarbon on the end, but on the right fly for the day I was catching fish. I decided, as I said, I'll just use it for half an hour or so. I ended up using it most of the day. Felt at ease casting. It's a soft action rod. It's only, I say, 9.5 foot. These fish are only like £2 a time, and the rod was getting a little bit bent. If I'd have used it when I caught the big, well, I don't know what it were, low double, 12, 14 pounder, I think it would have been quite difficult to actually manipulate the fish into a position where I could get it in the net. One of these fish that I caught today, it would try to get it in the net and it jumped back out again. The rod wasn't stiff enough to draw that fish in, but as a starter rod, it was brilliant. Easy to cast, single fly. At the very end video, I used a chamois worm. That was a little bit funny to cast. There's a little bit of weight to it, and I wasn't getting the proper back casting. I'd gone up to a 14 foot leader at that point, so that might be its only downfall. It's a little bit too soft, but if you get a big fish on this, it's going to rag you around. Don't think it's capable of bringing in a 10 pounder with ease. There's too much flexibility on it. But on a river, for small brownies, I think it's ideal. But I enjoyed the time with it. As I say, I stayed on it. I brought other rods with me, some of the more expensive rods and lines and reels. But I just stayed on this. I was having great fun with it. It's a good little rod, I believe, to introduce yourself to fly fishing. I'll leave a link of where I got it from. But overall, I was impressed with it. So hopefully watch the rest of the video. And that's it, just a little introduction. Bye bye.
Just a little one. Nice little bluey. Come here. Nice little hard fighting fish this. Probably only a couple of pounds if anything. Come here. Here we go. Get in. Just in the side of the mouth. With a little fab. Oh, it's got a fly in its mouth already, which looks like come here. There he goes. Off he goes to fight over there. I know. Where is the old man? I'm not going for it. See ya. Here we go. We're in. We're in. Quite a decent one, I think. And this is a little £10 rod I'm still on. Let's just get this in. So a nice change to a top hat black buzzer. A hard fighting little fish, you see. This is not big, this is about £3. But he's there, you've seen him. Let's see, it's a blue little rainbow. Let's just get him in. Nice and easy. There we go. Have a look. Tag on him. That's a decent little fish. We've got something. And that's on a chamois. Nice little fish. On a long chamois fly. Nice fish.